Ridgewood High buzzed with its usual morning chaos. Students rushing classes, lockers slamming, laughter echoing down the halls. Among the noise, Lina, the new girl, walked with quiet steps and a lowered gaze. Her dark hair was neatly tied, her glasses slightly slipping as she clutched her backpack to her chest. She looked like someone trying hard not to be noticed, but quietness often attracts the wrong kind of attention. Jenna, the self-crowned queen of the school, spotted Lina immediately. With her perfectly styled hair and a cruel smirk, she nudged her two friends, Brody, the broad-shouldered jock, and Mara, the girl who followed trouble for entertainment. "There she is," Jenna whispered. "Little Miss Mute." They walked straight toward Lina, blocking her path. The hallway slowed as students sensed drama in the making. Jenna flicked Lina's notebook from her hands, sending it sliding across the floor. "Hey, new girl, you plan to talk? Or is silence your talent?" Lina bent down calmly to pick up her notebook. No shaking hands. No tears. Just quiet focus. Brody stepped closer, amused. He tapped her shoulder with two fingers. "We're talking to you. Don't ignore us." Mara laughed. "She's so scared she can't even look at us." But Lina finally lifted her gaze, steady, emotionless, almost serene. It wasn't fear. It was something none of them could read. "I don't want trouble," she said softly. The bullies burst into laughter. "You already got trouble," Jenna taunted, delighted by the crowd forming around them. Around them. Phones lowered as people leaned in, waiting. Everyone thought Lina was terrified, a fragile new girl meeting the school's wolves. No one, not even the bullies, knew they had cornered someone who had spent 10 years mastering jiu-jitsu, someone who could end a confrontation with a single control move. And they were about to learn. Lunch break was usually loud, but in the quiet hallway outside the gym, the air felt tense. Lina walked alone, hoping to slip through unnoticed. But the echo of footsteps behind her told a different story. Jenna, Brody, and Mara followed her, irritation and curiosity mixing in their expressions. Yesterday's confrontation hadn't given them the reaction they wanted. "Hey!" Jenna barked, grabbing Lina's arm and pushing her against a locker. "You think you're too good to talk to us?" Lina stayed calm, her breathing steady, her eyes analyzing distance, angles, exits, instincts drilled into her through years of training. Brody stepped forward and yanked her backpack. "Let's see what you're hiding in here, princess." He barely opened the zipper before everything shifted. In one swift, controlled motion, Lina stepped forward, gripped Brody's wrist, and applied a jiu-jitsu kotegeshi wrist lock. Brody's face twisted in shock as his knees hit the floor. "What the?" Jenna froze, stunned. No one had ever put Brody down like that. Mara stepped back, fear creeping into her voice. "Jenna, she's trained." Jenna charged at Lina in rage, swinging blindly. Lina rotated her body, anchored her foot, and performed a perfect hip throw, ogashi. Jenna's back hit the floor, not painfully, but decisively. Lina controlled the landing so no one was hurt. Silence consumed the hallway. Brody stared at her, wide-eyed. Jenna's pride was shattered. Mara looked like she had seen a ghost. Lina stepped backward, hands raised non-violently. "I warned you," she said softly. "I don't want to hurt anyone." The bullies, breathing heavily on the floor, finally understood. This wasn't a shy girl playing tough. This was a trained fighter, showing restraint. And they had attacked the wrong person. By the next morning, the entire school buzzed with rumors. Students whispered in every corner. She flipped Brody like he weighed nothing. "I heard she took down Jenna with one move." The new girl is a black belt. When Lina walked through the entrance, she looked the same, quiet, neat, peaceful. But the atmosphere around her had changed completely. Students moved aside for her, some giving respectful nods or shy smiles. For the first time, Lina didn't feel invisible. But she also didn't feel exposed. She felt seen. That's when the bullies approached. Jenna walked slower than usual, no confidence in her stride. Mara stayed behind her, guilt etched across her face. Brody held his wrist subconsciously, remembering the shock of yesterday. "Lina," Jenna said quietly, avoiding eye contact. We're sorry. We shouldn't have done that. Brody nodded. Yeah, we were jerks. You didn't deserve it. Lina looked at them. No anger. No pride. Just calm understanding. It's okay, she said softly. Just don't treat people like that again. The sincerity in her voice hit harder than any throw. Later that day, during gym class, Coach Rivera asked, I heard you know Jiu-Jitsu. Would you mind teaching class a few self-defense basics? Lina hesitated, but the encouraging smiles from classmates pushed her forward. She demonstrated simple techniques, how to break free from grabs, how to fall safely, how to use leverage instead of strength. Her explanations were gentle, her movements flawless. Students were amazed. Even Jenna and Brody tried a few moves, stumbling awkwardly but laughing. By the end of the week, Lina was no longer the shy new girl. She became someone others looked up to, proof that quiet strength is real strength. And the bullies? They changed, not out of fear, but out of respect.